Now we should see a ban from coming from Winspar. It's gonna be the call it ban. They should ban Graves again. I don't think since it was only one ban, it doesn't make a big difference right now. So I think they're not gonna be too concerned if they don't. But they're still gonna ban the Graves. I was getting kind of worried. So the Lucian's going to be banned out. Frosted did pretty good on Lucian. The side of Revenants still did have quite a hard time dealing with the bot lane. They did get bullied out, even though they had the Braum on their own side. The Lucian Zillion combo was just a little too much. And in a 2v2 situation. Camille being banned out. That's a pretty smart ban. Flaker did a lot of work. Mercy Thresh being banned out again by the side of Revenant Steel. I don't understand why it's being banned all of a sudden. And we're gonna see Xin Zhao being banned out. I'm kind of confused why it's being banned. Maybe we'll ask if they do another 2-0. We can ask them what's going on. We're gonna see Braum being picked up yet again. Arctic had a pretty good showing on it. Had a few questionable, unbreakable directions, but overall, he did very good. He stopped a lot of the ults from Ornn. And I mean, Ziggs on the Ornn last game was a big team fight to utility. We're going to see Poppy being picked up. Let's see if that's jungle or top. It looks like Shyvana might just be picked up yet again. I don't know if I like the pickup. Artemis did a lot of work last game. He was able to get, a couple crucial kills. Got a nice double in a bot river fight. He was able to chase down Storm. Storm 1 or 2 times. But I just don't think it has enough early game pressure. We're going to see Flaker on the Kha'Zix this time. So he may be able to even out. Kha'Zix doesn't have quite as much early game pressure as a Camille does. So maybe Artemis will have a little bit of time to farm up efficiently. But we're gonna see Graham on the Ahri. This should be a very fun time. I believe Graham is very well known for playing Ahri, so I'm excited. And it looks like Mambu might get himself to LeBlanc. I like it. Let's see if Graham can land those charms effectively as Mambu uses the distortion. And it looks like the bot lane is definitely going to be banned out for both sides. It seems. Let's see what happens here. We're going to see Kai'Sa being banned out first. The Lucian's already gone, so that's 2, bot lane carries out of the picture right now. Let's see if Revenant Steel follow up on that. They're gonna ban Misfortune. I believe that's a target ban. I don't really think Misfortune's super strong right now. Still an okay champion. I just don't think it's one of the top tiers, in my opinion. So maybe Frost just plays it a lot and it's just a safe ban. And then we're going to see Kennen being banned out this time. So they're not going to let Winspar have another chance on the Kennen whatsoever. So, I mean, Poppy definitely does not have a good time into a Kennen. So, let's see what they allow. That means Aatrox, Urgot, Aurelia, all of those are open for the taking. I mean, Aurelia is more or less in the mid lane nowadays, but you could still see Aurelia in the top lane. We're going to see Sivir being banned out. Sivir very strong, is really good wave clear, but they're going to take the Xayah. I wonder if they're going to try to get Xayah Rakan. I mean, the Braum is already picked up for the side of Revenant Steel, so they have no worry whatsoever about Rakan being taken. Unless, they run a Rakan top lane, but that's just a very bad maneuver. So we could definitely see the powerhouse duo in that bot lane. And that definitely does mean that if it does go as late as it did this last time, as long as, Frosted can stay ahead or even, then they should be able to win these team fights a lot easier. Zaya, better late game carry potential than Lucian is. But we're going to see the Ornn picked up this time for Winspar. We'll have to see how the two tanks fight in the top lane. It'll be kind of fun to watch. Like little girls slapping each other constantly. But it looks like they're going to pick up Caitlyn for Storm. Yep, Caitlyn will be picked up. So it's going to be a Braum Caitlyn bot lane. That can be just as scary. And we see a Teemo hover. There's no way. No way. Okay. Tryndamere. There it is. That's what I thought. I was saying. So again, just like I thought, it's the Rakan Zaya in the bot lane, the power duo. I mean, I don't really like the Rakan into Braum. I feel like it can be a little risky. I mean, you do have Zaya, so your dash has the extended range, so it shouldn't be too bad. But if you do get the passive on you, Caitlyn has the huge range in the auto, so you could pop it a lot easier. And then with someone like Zaya or Jhin or whatnot. So we'll definitely have to see how this bot lane plays out. I'm still gonna be curious about the jungle, how Artemis is gonna do on the Shyvana yet again for the second time. I mean, every lane is gonna be a must watch lane. The mid lane has a lot of outplay potential between each other. The top lane is going to be just a wet noodle fight, and they're going to slap each other with the pool noodles. The jungle, we're definitely going to see if Flaker can deny Artemis any farm like he did last game. He won't have quite as much pressure as he did on the Camille. This time, he doesn't have any real CC except maybe I think it's a slow, like your W slows. And then the bot lane, we're going to see if the power couple is able to take down the Braum and Caitlyn. But we do see that the layout countdown is over. We do see Arctic taking exhaust and Yo Boy both taking exhaust. That's very interesting. We're going to see double ignite in the mid lane and double TP in the top lane. That's nothing out of the ordinary. Again, that mid lane is going to be about the outplays. Who can outplay who, especially post 6. So I think by looking at the teams, I think I do like Motley Mob's team better. I still question the Shyvana pickup. I don't think it's the best option they have. Maybe Artemis that's his most comfortable champion. I mean, if it is, Revenants still have no worry about it whatsoever. They didn't even ban a single jungle champion out. They banned 3 bot lane carries, a support, and then a Kali. So I do like the team setup or the team comp of Motley Mob, but I do have to think that Revenant Steel might just take this one, just based off pure performances. But I'm gonna go with it and give it to Motley Mob this game. Oh, I mean, just like I said, I think everyone here wants to see a game 3. A good 3-game series is always more fun to watch. We do have a minute 15 left in the spectator delay. We'll have to see if Flaker takes the Electrocute. Maybe he takes the Dark Harvest. We obviously see Electrocute from... Oh, actually, Graham might go to the Glacial Augment, Ari. That's really popular right now, I guess you could say. Seen it a few times. It's not bad. The slows are just... They're absolutely ridiculous. $40 seconds now. $30 seconds now. 30 seconds remaining. I'm still surprised that Arctic and Yo Boy both took exhaust. You definitely would think they'd both want to be aggressive in the bot lane. I mean, I don't really expect Artemis to gank right now at pre-6. Flaker on the Kazakhs, on the other hand, might be able to. All lanes are kind of a pain to deal with. We'll see. Obviously, it does come down to gameplay. So let's see how far each lane is shoved up and what opportunities they do have. But on the blue side this time will be Revenant Steel with Windspar on the Ornn in the top lane. We'll see Flaker on the Kazakhs in the jungle. Graham will be on the KDA Ari in that mid lane. And we'll see Storm and Arctic on the Caitlyn Braum in that bot lane. And on the red side, we do have Motley Mob once again with Ziggs on the Poppy in the top lane. Artemis will be back on the Shyvana in the jungle. Mambu is going to be on the LeBlanc in the mid lane. And Frosted and your boy on the Zaya Rakan. And they are not the same ones. What poor skin synergy. I love the Thunder Orange skin. I think out of all the skins here, I think the Ravenborn LeBlanc is the coolest. It just looks nice. All right, we'll see if we can get ourselves any little cheeky jungle invades this time. Okay. Doesn't look like it. We do see 4 members of Motley Mob in the bot side, and yet again, Ziggs just goes straight to his top lane. You see Pink's coming out. They want Ziggs to go somewhere and not just sit at his tower this time. It looks like he just walked in his bush and then backed up in the tri bush. But we're going to see both junglers start the bot side jungle as usual. Well, I don't want to say as usual, but, pretty standard thing. We'll just have to see what kind of paths they take this time around. I imagine Flaker would want to meet Artemis in the river somewhere for a good solo 1v1. Definitely should win the early trade on that one, at least right now. So it will be Electrocute on Graham with the Ari. And it will be Flaker. He does take the Dark Harvest. Jeez. Top line's going to be interesting. But we do see Ping coming out. Looks like Flaker's going to look to go into that top river. Maybe expecting to see Artemis there. Infernal Drake is the first dragon up. So I would doubt to try to see Artemis try to sneak this one out maybe. At some point. And a pause will happen. Bro, Discord for mid. What do you say? Stat. So someone somewhere is having problems. See if I can see what's going on. It looks like Graham is off Discord at the moment. Maybe he got kicked out or something happened. He is back now, so the pause should continue in a second. Or the game should continue in a second or two. Actually, maybe like a minute or two. Because we do have the 3-minute delay. So let's talk here. We see a Doran Shield, Doran Blade for the bot lane. Pretty common. Yep, nothing out of the ordinary. Well, that's no fun. Grasp the Undying will be on Ziggs and Windspar, so they're definitely going to have a lot of fun time fighting each other in the top lane. Slapping each other with their... They both use a hammer. And they're both blacksmiths of sorts. So I think it's going to come down to who has the better blacksmithing skills. I mean, maybe Ornn does because he can make items while in lane, you know, and Poppy has to actually go back to get stuff. So I guess Ornn is technically the better blacksmith. We do see the minion dematerializer for the side of Motley Mob on Mambu. I'm not really a fan of it. I feel like there's just something better you could take. Oh, there's the disconnect. So yeah, we're just going to sit here for a second, wait till he comes back. CS fairly even all around. 4 to... Ooh. Ziggs actually has double the CS of Windspar. 8 to 4, 12 to 10, 10 to 8, 12 to 9, and 2 to 0. So, I mean, if we had to add up the actual numbers, that'd be 39 for Motley Mob. And, I mean, that's 36 for Revenant Steel. So, I guess Revenant Steel is winning this, or Motley Mob's winning this in terms of CS. Man, it's a long pause. It's almost 5 minutes now, or 4 minutes now. 3.5 at the moment. I'm really hoping Artemis could pull something off this match with the Shyvana. Like I said, he did fairly good last match. He didn't do terrible. He just didn't have enough time to really come online. He got a good double in the bot river when they had a big team fight around Dragon. He was able to chase down 1 or 2 in the top river by Baron. Ended up getting himself killed because he just stayed in lane a little too long. And yeah, and now that we see Flaker on the Kha'Zix, he's not going to have quite as much early game pressure. He's not going to be able to just invade the jungle and just lock you down and easily kill you. Now, if he is in the jungle and finds you, though, he does have the isolation, so he will get a lot of damage with, you know, with his claws. But I don't really think that Artemis at that point would have to worry about it. He can just, you know, run away. He does get a nice speed boost. Flaker gets the jump, but the speed boost is a lot more effective than the jump, I believe. Ready? Smiley face. So the pause almost hitting 5 minutes. I think this is the longest pause we've had in the RCL. Three, two, one. Oh, come on. The game will start though. So it's like 4 minutes, 59.7 seconds or something like that. So not quite 5 minutes. Want to see if they try to get aggressive here. Your boy goes in, gets some knock up, and I'm lagging now, but he's actually just going to dash away. Winter's Bite did connect. Flaker and Artemis meet each other. Flaker does have the red buff, and Artemis went forward. That's a big mistake there. He's going to force the flash. You do not have red buff. You can't fight a red buff. Kha'Zix, what are you doing, my friend? Ooh, there's a charm from Grant. Gets a good electrocute damage. And Artemis went back to base and is going right back to base. Oh, he didn't go back to base first, but he's going right back to base. I forgot we were paused for, almost 5 minutes. What a snipe. Look at that range. It looks like red buff was stolen from him, too. Yep, Artemis not getting his red buff. Well, I did say Flicker does win the early trades, but I didn't think he was going to have that much of an advantage right now. Again, Artemis only had the blue buff, the red buff for Flicker, giving him more damage. And Zig's actually taking a bit. But look, Flaker's up in the top lane again. Artemis will smite the Krug to get his health back. And you don't see a rotation from Ziggs at all. And Artemis is still trying to fight this. They're fighting over the farm. Ziggs not. He's now making the rotation down. I think he'll do this. Artemis might be in trouble. He's going to flash the wall. So it's going to be flash for flash. But he's actually going to just stun Winspar into the wall. Winspar's going to have to dash away. But he might be in some trouble. Excuse me. Ziggs might. But here's the flash for Babu. That's going to be first blood. He picks this one up. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, there's going to be a fight. Frosted actually going to get stunned up in a second. Looking for the Witcher's Bite. No, he actually lands on someone else. Meanwhile, Winspar might be in trouble. Artemis was here. We're going to see Winspar stun up. That's 2 kills for Motley Mob. Arctic might just go down. So will Storm. Storm just try to get away. Uses the heal. He has to flash now, but looks like your boy's going to look for him, but they might just turn their eyes onto Arctic. He throws up the Unbreakable, but is it enough right now? He will get out alive. Your boy just out of mana for a little too long. And that's 2 kills. The Motley Mob right there. Flicker just staying a little too long on the top lane. I'm surprised it took Ziggs that long to even think about rotating. I mean, he was there for a good 30, 40 seconds before he even started running it back. He started running towards the top lane, and that's when Ziggs decided he was going to move down into the jungle. I mean, they forced the flash, and it led to Mambu actually catching him off in the jungle. But it looks like Ziggs is going to find him. Artemis is here, but Ziggs, you are by yourself, my friend. You can't do this. You're getting really low. You're underestimating the damage from Ornn, and he's actually going to have to flash and die. Winspar picks this one up. Meanwhile, see Mambu moving up, has double buffs. They're not going to be able to get any more out of this. And Ziggs just disrespecting the amount of damage that comes out of an Ornn. No. The pop-up out of my screen. Had a pop-up just said to enjoy all the colors of my mouse. I don't know why I need a bunch of colors in my mouse, but okay. So it's 2-1. The gold lead, a couple hundred in favor of Motley Mob. Nothing crazy right now. You definitely see that the CS advantages for both top and bottom are playing a heavy influence into that. We see that Storm is, 8 CS, about to be 10 CS plus ahead of Frosted into the top lane. Winspar's already 10 plus CS ahead of Ziggs. So, I mean, the gold's not going to be that much in disparity. We'll have to see, though, how prioritized this Infernal Drake is. It's an Infernal. The side of Motley Mob are going to want it way more than the side of Revenant Steel. You're going to give, Mambu more damage, Frosted more damage, and Artemis is going to have a lot more damage when it comes to that later game. And it looks like we're going to see Artemis will take the Scuttle Crab. Will he try to sneak it? Flaker is in that bot side, but it looks like Mambu might be looking for him. There's the pink, though. They did see him. They know the ward is there. Things are coming out. Graham is getting a lot of damage done. He actually looked like it hit. The chain barely broke. Where's he? Oh, Winspar is looking for this. There it goes. Oh, he stops the on. It looks like Ziggs might be in a lot of trouble now. Tries to push him away, but it's not going to be enough, and Ziggs going to die. Getting solo killed on the top lane by Winspar. He waited a little too long to let go of his ult. We do see that the Sheen is the first item on Winspar, so he's definitely looking to trade a lot more. And just like that, the kills are even up, the gold is evened up. Flakers in that bot side. They know. They already know. Artemis is... Okay, he's just going to go through the river, maybe. Oh, he might use the blast cone and surprise him. Is he going to go over? We're waiting for it. He's level 6. He stops the bat. I don't know. Your boy was walking up. He actually took a nice... what is it? The pulverizer to the face? Is that what it's called? Is it pulverizer? Piltover. The Piltover. The Peacemaker. Pulverizer Peacemaker. Eh. Winter's Bite misses. Flaker's still here. Artemis is going to clear himself a ward. It doesn't look like either team is really prioritizing the dragon right now. I imagine they're going to try to wait for a nice kill in the bot lane and then take the free dragon. But, I mean, Artemis can easily sneak this. We see your boy go in, and Storm is actually the target. Frosted is hit with the Winter's Bite, and they can't continue that engage. Frosted taking a lot of damage there. Game's much slower than the last one. It's kind of to be expected. This is exactly what Motley Mob wants to do. You know, they want to get their Xayah at 2 to 3 items, and they want to get Artemis onto 2 to 3 items. That way, you know, they become the bigger fight. We see a flash forward from your boy, and actually Storm's gonna counter the flash, dodges the knockup. Your boy also uses the ultimate, the quickness. Is that what it's really called? That's what my co-caster kept calling it the other day. It is called the quickness. What the heck? That's such a... Okay. That's just not expected. Meanwhile, Artemis' top lane, Windspar, uses the ult, but that's a little early this time from Ziggs. A little late last time, a little early. It looks like Ziggs is going to go down, but can he get a kill? Artemis is actually taking a lot. Here comes Flaker. He tries to ult back into his tower, but will he continue to chase? Flaker's definitely not going to follow up. And Ziggs disrespecting the damage. He tries to charge him back into the wave for some reason, like acting like that's going to give him space, but it's not. You're just putting yourself right on top of him once again. Graham was on his way up top anyway, so good thing that Artemis decided to leave. It looks like first tower will go over to Revenant Steel. Mambu's here. He's not going to be able to do anything. They're still going to take this tower. So Revenant Steel do pick up that first tower, and now the gold lead 1,000 in their favor. You see the Storm Razor is picked up for Frosted. The remnant of the Ascended for your boy getting that item first. It's usually not the common thing you see. He does have a Null Magic Mantle, so he's going to be going for the Merc Treads, more likely. I imagine Storm does have enough money to buy himself the Storm Razor as well. Has no real reason to back at the moment. I think they're just trying to get this tower down as quickly as possible. Yeah, they're just going to stay. They have to be careful. Artemis is in that bot side. They're just going to push for the tower maybe, and they might just abuse this. Your boy's coming in from behind. Frost is looking for the fight. He's going to go in, has a Storm Razor. Your boy's worried about a ward more than he is worried about the fight at the moment. But Flaker's here. He's going to the bush. They don't have vision on him. We see the quickness going. Does get the charm onto Storm, but it does not matter. Frost is going to get lit up. Uses the feathers, but it's not going to matter. Has the heal come out as well, but there's the ult. It does. I don't even know if it hit him or not. There comes Arctic up there with the ult as well. Artemis is here. TV is coming in, but it's actually going to be stopped. Good move by Ziggs to stop the TP. Artemis is looking for the fight. He goes in, doesn't get the knockup. He's looking for it. There's the ult. He's looking for Flaker. Maybe he might look for Storm. They're kind of split on the decision here, and Storm's actually going to pop this. But Mabu flashes in. He's going to get the kill on the Storm. And Motley Mob getting themselves another kill. And they just might take Dragon at this point. Flaker's still alive, but he's not going to want to go in. He's extremely low. And Mambu might be on the hunt. He might find somebody. There's that damage. I mean, Shyvana does get the damage boost to the dragons. excuse me, Ziggs 2 levels behind. Winspar is looking for the fight. He's just gonna keep trying to punch him like that every chance he get. I mean, if Ziggs goes in, Winspar can just fight him. Ziggs definitely was looking to be at least on par, not to be behind this time. Mambu getting some damage, and Artemis is here, but I don't know if they want to fight this. Flaker's on his way up. They have no eyes. Here comes Winspar with the ult. He's going to look to hit on somebody. Does land on Artemis. Flashes forward. He gets the no. He does it. Artemis is able to buffer the ult, but it doesn't matter. Ziggs is going to flash himself out of there. Beautiful play by Winspar, but Artemis able to have the quickness of the R. He has his trigger finger ready. Yo, boy's going in against the knockup. He does have the quickness ready, but it looks like in the top lane, Ziggs and Winspar are going to duke it out a little bit. Actually, it's more like Ziggs just getting beat on. Luden's Echo finished. Flaker's in this backside. Winspar is definitely in some trouble. Winspar might actually go down as well. Yes, but the quickness used is going to get double charm on it. And they might just look for Arctic at this point. They're looking for him, but they don't have the damage. The ult comes out. Storm is not attacking. He's kind of just walking around. A good trade by the top laners. I mean, Ziggs got flanked around by Flaker. And I think the same thing kind of happened last game. Winspar just went a little too deep under the tower, or I might have been Flaker. Yeah, Flaker was a little too deep, and Ziggs was able to get a kill in return. But Mambu going in, look for the damage, misses the chain. But Graham also missed the charm. Gold lead is dead even right now, so Motley Mob in a much better position than they were last game. So we have hope for a game 3, ladies and gentlemen. They do have a really good late game team comp, but Frosty caught out with the winner's bite. He's got 3 stacks on him. He has to be careful. Your boy is actually stunned up. They're going to look for a flash forward from Storm, but he's going to flash away. Arctic might have to be a little bit careful now. We see that Winspar is in the bot lane. They don't have eyes, but Mambu's coming out. Here's the ult. Now they know he's here, but the rest of the team's not there. Good job by Frosty to dodge up. Now he's rooted up, but Mambu's here. Can they look for it? Looks like I don't know what happened, but it looks like Mambu's actually looking for Storm, but he's not going to get the kill. Winspar is going to try to get the damage down on this, your boy, but we see the TP does come in from Ziggs. I don't know if that was one. Artemis actually does find Flaker, but he tries to ult him into the tower, or the enemy tower. I don't know what was happening there. They might look for Artemis. Artemis is actually going to find this. Graham looking for the charm. Does flash forward. Going to get the kill. He does slay Flaker. And Flaker not expected as a Mambu's here. Graham might be in some trouble. The charm already used. He does flash out. And we're going to see Mambu just go back to the distortion. Kind of the disrespect by Flaker there. And now the gold is about 1,000 in favor of Motley Mob this game. They will take that bot lane to charm on to Mambu. Mambu's actually going to go down. Oh, no. That is not what you want to see. Mambu just getting a little too aggressive, disrespecting the Ahri. And Graham able to use the Ignite, get the tower hit at least, as well as the Electrocute. Everything perfect for that, and able to get himself a solo kill. Motley Mob still in a pretty good position. The gold is still less than 1,000 between the two teams, but they have the Infernal Drake. Next Drake should be coming up pretty shortly, 2 minutes. Now it is another Infernal Dragon. Motley Mob is going to definitely want this. That bot tower does finally go down on the side of Motley Mob, and it looks like Winspar is actually going to use the ult. Graham and Flaker are both top lane. Charm does miss, but it's not going to matter. Ziggs is going to fall, and Graham's going to pick this one up. Zero vision. Zero vision from Ziggs. Look at that. 2 pink wards are in the top lane. Doesn't even check the side brush on his lane right by the Krugs. We're going to see Winspar. Actually, the flash from Arctic does keep himself from getting knocked up. I don't know if it was really needed at the moment. But there's just no vision from the side of Motley Mob in that top lane. And Ziggs was just pushed up way too far. There's the quickness. He's trying to go over, but he's going to stop in his tracks. He's just going to have to leave. Anyway, like I said, there's just no vision. He's pushed so far up. You're already behind 1 to 2 levels at all times. You know that the enemy team has really good roaming potential. Graham can even just ult the walls. You got Flaker, you can jump the walls. And you're in an easy target. You're in a mobile champion. Rift Herald is picked up by Revenant Steel. And this is starting to go in favor of them now. it's kind of like last game. Once they got a little bit, once they found their openings, they're gonna take them, and that's the big advantage Revenant still has over a lot of the enemies or a lot of the teams they faced. Is they are really good at finding these small openings, finding these just either disrespect plays, just a little bit of overextension, maybe a little bit of like unknowingness or ignorance of what the current situation is by the enemy team, and they're able to capitalize on it. Teams need to be able to figure out how to stop that and punish that, and you've seen it in this game, especially when it came down to it. Motley Mob was able to punish a lot of the stuff that Red Steel were doing. They got the leads. They're able to take the team fights. But again, if they just keep getting caught out, Ziggs especially, he's died 5 times now. He is pretty much every death on the side of Motley Mob. He needs to stop disrespecting the enemy team, pushing up so far, thinking he can still 1v1 every time. But we're going to see the team fight on the Dragon. They're not going to let Red Steel get this, and meanwhile, we're going to see that your boy's going to die, but Artemis is in the back. Windspar is going to fall, and actually there's going to be 2. Arctic's going to fall. That's a double kill, though, for Storm. We're going to see not Storm, but Frost. Mambu's going to give himself a kill. Mambu going back in. That's 2 left on the side of Red and Steel. But the rest of Motley Mob is kind of low. Mambu's the only healthy one. Does have full bar man. He's actually going to get blown up. Flaker does get the isolation damage. And that's going to be a 3 for 2 right now. And they're looking to take this Dragon. Artemis not going to allow that to happen. But they're low. They have to be careful. Now it looks like Red Steel is going to get a free Dragon on their hands. Frosted and Ziggs are both here to try to contest it. But Ziggs does have the ultimate. It's going to wind up. But yes! Oh my god! Artemis does steal the Infernal Drink right from Flaker. It might cost Ziggs his life, but it doesn't matter. They get 2. Witchbar did TP in. They're going to look for the skill. Yes, Storm's going to pick it up on Ziggs, but it doesn't matter. Artemis with the kill. Flaker going to flash the wall. He's looking for Frosted right now. He's taking a lot of damage for the creeps, and Frosted might be able to fight. This does be able to pull the feathers back. Going to flash the wall. Your boy is here to save Frosted. And they're going to be able to take this. 2 Infernals now for the side of Motley Mob. We're going to see the Titanic Hydra being picked up for Artemis now. It does have the Tiamat finally. I kind of think he would have built that first instead. But nonetheless, he does have the Tiamat now. He's going to have a lot faster clearing of his own jungle. We'll be able to get a little bit more burst in team fights as well. Baron is live. It's been live for 1:15. We'll see if Revenants still pick the first one up. Motley Mob obviously in a much better position this time around to contest it. Excuse me, if it does get started. My dinner is not sitting well with me. Got like a little bit of acid reflux. We do see that Frosted is ahead of Storm in terms of itemization. That's a beautiful spot to be in right now. Especially since you're on the Xayah, you're definitely looking to be that late game damage threat. So the Titanic Hydra is finished for Artemis. The Sunfire Cape being finished for Ziggs. That's kind of interesting. I believe Ornn is a lot of magic damage. Let's see. No, it's physical. Magic. That's physical. Oh, wait. Game? I mean, that's physical, and then that. So he's 50-50. Okay. He's 50-50. They're looking for it, though. Your boy goes in right over the trap. But Windspar's trying to get some damage on Mambu, but he's actually going to take a little bit in return. Not a lot. Does get the shield, though. Graham is on his way. He is spotted out by Frosted, though. And there might be look for this. He does use the ult. Charm misses. Windspar uses the ult. Is going to get the knockup of the Artemis, but they're not going to engage. It's just pure for disengage here. And we're going to see Motley Mob push down this mid lane. The charm lands. Oh, no, Mambu. You're taking a lot of damage there. That was like max distance on the charm. But Revenants still, they have so much wave clear. Flaker opting in for the triple spikes instead of the wings for his second upgrade. That slow is ridiculous. Ziggs needs a couple items, and he's just going to be impossible to kill. They might have found somebody. No, he's actually going to get out just in time. Which is by barely misses somebody. More or less just to taunt around and poke him at this point. $1,000 again, just between the two teams in favor of Revenants Steel this time. I mean, it's really going to come down to whoever gets the catch at this point. Like, both teams are looking just to catch that one person out and then just go all in. I mean, that's what they have to do, right? Your boy's going to look for the quickness on a 3-4 targets. You know, maybe get a 2-man knockup if you can. And then they're going to be looking for the charm. They're going to see if Graham can land a charm or get a good engage by Winspar. The ult is almost up, and that's a very good engage tool. They don't have the brawl. Meanwhile, Frosted ignited up, taking a lot of damage, uses the heal, and he's barely going to survive that one. Graham doing so much damage there, and he does have the Rylai's Crystal Scepter, so I had to be careful. But now Frosted doesn't have the Feather Storm, so that's a very big tool there just gone. And they will take this mid tower. Even if you have 2 with you, like, you can't disrespect the Ahri. It still looks like Motley Mob is kind of slacking in vision this time around. I mean, although your boy has a higher vision score than his counterpart Arctic, it just seems like their wards, they don't have as many pink wards up. We see 2 pink wards in the inventory. Obviously, one is on your boy, one is on Artemis this time, and there's 2 pink wards on the side of Revenant Steel. Actually, 3 sets of pink wards on the side of Revenant Steel, and they got 2 up. They got 2 in the river. They got one on the top side, the upper part of the river, and they got one on the Baron. So the vision has been played very well by Revenant Steel. We'll have to see if Motley Mob can kind of counteract that. Dragon will be up in 27 seconds. Is it a 3rd Infernal? No, it's going to be a Windrake this time. And I think Ziggs is waiting for the TP play. Has it up, and he's going to sit in the Flower so he has the home guard boost. And they're going to be moving downwards. I don't know. Artemis needs to be careful. Both of the power couple. Actually, no. Your boy stayed here. And there goes Winspar with the ult. They're looking for Artemis. Artemis will ult over the wall to save himself. And that Dragon's going to straight over to Revenant Steel. Or Artemis going to get another Miracle Smite once again. Not a chance. This game very close. Like, both teams are definitely very, I don't want to say reluctant, but just they're not looking for these big engages as easily. Actually, Flaker will be found out. He might be in some trouble. The rest of the Motley Mob is going after him. Artemis doesn't have the ult. Or no, he does. He's going to look for it. There's the quickness. He's charmed up. Going to get stunned up, and Flaker's going to go down. That might just be Baron. Meanwhile, the Frosted does dodge the charm. And Motley Mob might be able to take Baron off this one. Flaker is down for 40 seconds. That's a long time for your jungler to be down. They have the damage. Artemis is on a Shyvana. You got Frosted 2 items in, 2.5 items in. Are they going to do this, though? I mean, we see Winspars in that bot lane pushing, and they need to make a decision now, and they're going to go for it. They want that Baron. We'll have to see if Revenant Steel can really respond. Mambu is going to be on deterrence duty, and your boy tries going. There's the TP from Winspar. Mambu's about to die instantly. Here comes the ult-out. He's going to get a big knockup. He's going to get a 1-man knockup. Meanwhile, Artemis does get the kill. He's on a rampage. Storm unexpectedly going to die. Winspar might be in trouble next. Graham trying to fight this out on the Ahri. Your boy is super low. Has to be careful. Mambu on the backside. Going to look for something, and they're just going to make them run away at this point. They do get a big kill, though, on the Storm without losing a single member right now. Graham does not have the Spirit Rush to go after him. And what a good play by Motley Mob. Able to draw them in. Mabu getting super close to dying, though, but able to stay alive at this point. And Revenant Steel on the back foot at this time. They're ahead in gold, but it doesn't feel like they're winning these fights. I mean, I criticized the Shyvana pick the first game, and I mean, I was right to do so, and I kind of criticized it this game. But, I mean, Flaker being on the Kha'Zix wasn't able to provide as much early pressure. You did see him blow the flash soon. And then, you know, early on, and then in the top side, he was able to kind of just hold his own. So, I mean, although, yeah, Flaker got the early flash on him, but he wasn't able to continuously just go into the jungle and punish him. Or continuously roam around to make plays and force Artemis to try to make those counter ganks. Mabu taking a lot of damage. Now it looks like Revenants still might be warding up the Baron. They're going to definitely be looking for the play. Frosted clears the wave so much easier. Winspar rooted up. Both teams playing pretty passive. I mean, they both know that one mistake can cause everything at this point. You know, Revenant Steel definitely is not ahead like they were, but it looks like Frosted might be in a tough spot right now. No, he's able to get away. Artemis just taking those traps. They're going to keep running at him. And pink ward after pink ward being dropped. Charm going between both of them. Zig still has no MR. Building the Bramble Vest. He still doesn't have any MR. Actually, Flaker is looking for Frosted. Frosted slowed up. Has to flash away just to get out. Frosted playing real greedy right now by himself. And almost at every turn. He's been in this mid lane solo for the most part. There's the ult from Winspar. The Spirit Rush is available. He's actually going to look for someone else. Ziggs goes in the backline of Arctic, but that's not your target. Graham just throws the charm, misses wide, and Ziggs is just going to fall. That's one for Revenant Steel. Meanwhile, Yo Boy was trying to stop Flaker from moving forward, but nothing else is going to come of it. Artemis is actually super low. I didn't even see that fight come out, so it looks like Flaker was after Artemis, and Yo Boy was able to stop that. Charm does go out looking for Mambu, but it's a matter of rooted up Graham, but that's going to be a shutdown. Frost is going to go down, and here's the map wide open flash forward from Storm, and they're just going to keep looking for more kills. They're actually going to take this inhib instead, and this is the opening that Revenant Steel was looking for. They're going to take this, and then now they're going to go for Baron. Or they're not. Flaker is low on mana, so it actually might be a very bad play to take the Baron. Yep, the Thorn Mail is finished on, it's finished on Ziggs. I still don't agree with it. He's taking a lot of magic damage. I mean, Graham's doing a ton of damage to him. And there's the Abyssal Mask on Winspar. So, you know, Graham's going to even have more damage influence. $2,000 gold for Revenant Steel right now. They're starting to get the lead. But you can see the CS differential in that mid lane. 60 CS in favor of Mambu. Doing very, very good on the LeBlanc this game. Starting to fall off a little bit. Not able to get those easy, quick kills. You see the Hex Drinker is on Storm 8. So he's going to have that bit of magic resist and that shield at the end. So Mambu's not really going to be able to execute people from full health at the moment. Maybe Flaker if he catches him out. Flaker's the only one without any magic resist except for the Merc Treads. But, I mean, this is the hard part when you do play LeBlanc, is you get to that point, unless you're super far ahead, you can't just do it. But we're going to see Motley Mob start the Baron once again, and this is how they want to fight last time. They started it up. Mambu waiting on the side, but he is seen by a ward this time. Are they going to be able to stop this? They're not looking for Winspar on the backside. Did not TP in, actually. He was just up there. Does get a one-man knockup. He's actually going to dodge the knockup from your boy, and they're pincered in. They have to be careful right now. Mambu's not even there, and they're just going to turn on the Winspar. Winspar getting pushed back. He's going to flash into his team to be safe. Mambu trying to go in. He did get hit by the Winter's Bite. Flaker's on the backside. Mambu actually real low, loaded up. And Yo Boy does get charmed up, but he gets the quickness in. He gets a one-man charm, and it looks like he's going to be fine. Winspar has to get out of there. Flaker's actually going to kill Yo Boy. But Artemis is going to get a double kill right now. Artemis was looking for more, and Winspar is going to go down. It looks like Frosted does pick up Flaker in the backside of the fight. And that's a 3-for-2, or 3-for-1 right now in favor of Motley Mob. They're looking for more. Graham has a lot of damage. They have to be careful. Still has a Spacer. Oh, no. Mambu stops it. Frost is going to get a kill on the Winspar. It looks like Ziggs was ignited up. Is he going to survive? Yes, he's barely going to survive. Do it, Artemis. You have no MR right now. Artemis is going to go in. He's going to look for it. Use the smite. It is chimed up. There's the ball, and Artemis is just going to have to get away. The Leandre's starting to take him down. And now Graham's just going to look for it. Artemis has the ult, but he's not going to go over that. One tower did go down in the mid lane, though. So, although it was a lost fight for Revenant Steel, they do get a tower in the mid lane. The super creeps were able to push it in, so that's one tower left for the Nexus. You know, and they can send someone like Kha'Zix to backdoor if they need to. Flaker can obviously sneak there, especially if Motley Mob isn't prepared for that type of thing. So another Windrake is up. It looks like Revenant Steel will be looking to take this one this time around as well. So it's going to be 2 Windrakes to 2 Infernos. The Inferno's obviously a much higher priority for either team. But the Windrakes won't be too bad. It will let them kind of catch up and, you know, get a little bit more of that engaged style they want. Arctic to be able to get around. Windspar able to get around. Flaker definitely able to get around. So... And again, it also denies the ability for the enemy team to do so. Because you definitely don't want Artemis and your boy to have more movement speed. It's already annoying enough they get movement speed from 2 of their own abilities as it is. And it's a good movement speed boost. Having 2 Windrakes on the back of that as well just makes that even more painful to deal with. Ooh, Mabu barely dodges the charm. Graham was anticipating the movement. He actually took quite a bit of damage. Graham might be one of those other targets he can actually handle, but Graham does have the Spirit Rush, so it's very hard to kill him that way. And they're just going to keep trying to fight around this Baron. The gold is almost dead even. A long sword difference at this point. And there's that inhib, so they will be perfectly okay to fight around this Baron without worry that the super creeps are going to take their next or last Nexus tower. Infinity Edge will be picked up by Storm. He's ahead. He's ahead now, actually, in terms of items. Let's see, though. It does look like Frosted has 1,800 to spend still. He is ahead in gold, though, so... Yeah, definitely Frosted looking to spend some big money when he gets back. Mabu did go over. Arctic taking a bit of chip damage at this point, but nothing's happening yet. Windspar is just going to go back to that bot lane. Frosted gets ult. Mabu looking for it, but he's just going to get netted up. They're actually looking to go in, it looks like. They're wanting it. They know Windspar's bot lane. They have the 4v5 advantage. But are they going to be able to fight this? Oh, he's going to flash forward from your boy. Gets the charm on a Graham. Graham's actually going to use the Spirit Rush. No, he's going to die. The Blast Splatter actually hit him for the auto. Storm going very low as well. And they're looking for it. Flaker was moving down, but what a big strike. But oh, Flaker with the sneaky plays is able to get the turn kill on the Frosted. And that's going to be ADC for mid. And they're going to take this mid tower. Windspar is going to push that bot lane, but this is going to be big. Are they going to continue the push, or are they just going to back up? Storm is too low to stay here. Your boy goes in, misses the knockup. He's just going to get right back out, and they're just going to take his... Mabu lands on a trap! Oh my god! Storm will get the easy kill. Flaker's going to go use the smite, and your boy might be in some trouble. Meanwhile, they're going to get... Your boy gets a double man knockup. We see the heal come out. Doesn't matter. Artemis is godlike right now. Flaker does go down. Storm had to use his heal to keep him stay alive himself for a little bit, but Zig's just going to walk over all these traps. He can't do this. And meanwhile, your boy's trying to go in. Doesn't have Ignite, so he really can't get a kill on his own. And Windspar just pushing that bot lane. They're just not allowing the backs to come through. Artemis is trying to back, but he's actually going to be tracked down. Storm going to chase him down. Lots of damage. Artemis is going to try to go back in, but he's just going to get killed in the long run. Oh, no. This is a disaster for Motley Mob now. And Windspar just continuing to push that bot lane. And now they're going for the Baron. They know they can take this without any contest right now. Artemis down for 45 seconds. Mabu down for another 15 seconds. And everything just turned on its head for Motley Mob. They got a little too impatient, a little too greedy in that mid lane. They should have just took the kill or two they had and just went and did something else. Maybe take the Baron for themselves. Force, Revenants to engage on them and just kill them. Storm was very, very low at this point, and now it looks like Revenant Steel is getting himself a free Baron. I mean, your boy's here. He could try to steal it, but he's not going to be able to. No. And now that gold lead, 4,000 in favor of Revenant Steel, dragging up now. And that's going to be the Elder Drake up. Motley Mob definitely not going to want to let this go over. Baron and Elder Drake, that does spell an end game for them. And they're looking strong right now. We do see the Spectre's Cal is picked up on Ziggs. So he's finally looking to get himself some magic resist to be able to take the shots from Graham and some of the magic damage that's coming out of Windspar. Artemis has the Spirit Visage. I imagine I would want to go for maybe the Blade of the Rune King to continue chasing down Storm. Storm has himself the GA at this point. Frosted has himself the GA, so they'll both be able to stay in the fights a little bit longer if they die. But that's 2 inhibs that are down. And it looks like Windspar's up top. He's getting pressured by Frost, though. Frost is looking for this, but it looks like the rest of the Revenant Steel is just going to push down his mid lane. Frost is not there. Frosted is the damage, and Frosted is not there. Flaker did use his own little black shield item. I always forget what that's called. The Edge of Night. You never really see that being built anymore. But Flaker built it and he used it, but he's not going to go in. So that's going to be on cooldown. Dustblade's on cooldown. One lost fight, and this is the end of the game. It's 5,000 gold ahead. And there's the ult from Windspar. Windspar looking for somebody. He's going to get a knockup. He's going to get one, but it's not really someone he wants. But they're just using it to take that top tower. It's just a deterrence. And now that means all 3 inhibs are open. The mid inhib is down. They're going to look to push this top one. They have 2 baroned up cannon minions. But your boy goes in. He gets a charm and a 1, but it's not enough. Ziggs goes in as well, but where's the rest of the damage? You don't see that Frost is doing anything. He uses the Featherstorm to try to get 1, but he doesn't get any. Rift Arctic's going to get a kill. Meanwhile, Flaker's going in, gets another kill. Frost has the backup. We see the Unbreakables thrown up by Arctic. It's not enough. Mabu has to use the Zillions. That's 3 dead. That is 4 dead. That is a clean ace. And Revenant Steel will take this series 2-0 yet again. Motley Mob with a very, very good showing in this second game, though.